No company is represented as Sunshine here, so every company is known as their individual self. So someone going to the front desk, they're notified by the front desk reception person that you have a visitor. The visitor is sat down or escorted into a conference room. The images and movies onto this waterfall, so it creates that wow factor. I challenged the company. I said, you know what, you guys do a lot of cool stuff, but it's not alive enough. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, do something about it. And then basically I said, create a foil that reflects reverse, but it has to be translucent, so it doesn't lose this appeal. And what will happen, an image will reflect in the back and hit it and flip, and then you'll be able to see it on the reverse side. So stay tuned. Hundreds of other companies here, so this represents you as your entire company. So we have a variety of different conference rooms. They're all presentation rooms. And what makes a presentation room is the fact that we have projectors at the front desk. You set it on these tables, and these white walls are perfect for projecting on. So every single room is a presentation room. Mail, free internet here, wireless access, IT support, 24/7 access. We're all on the same page here. I'm not considered the big boss or anything like that. In fact, that's the exact opposite. I don't want to be considered a landlord. Traditionally, landlords are considered as like these back of the bus kind of people who are just like, give me my money. That's not what we're here to develop. We're here to create an environment that we're all on the same page trying to get to the same place. So we have dogs in here. Our next space we're looking at daycare and pet care, not together because that would be messy. How's it going? Everything's going well. Criminal background checks on everyone, and it's important because when you create an environment that harbors so many entrepreneurs and small business owners, you can potentially be a breeding ground.
Sorry, excuse me.
Potentially be a breeding ground for criminals. I actually went to jail apprehending one when we first started. So he was a felon, and he stole money from people, and it taught me that you have to be a lot more responsible than just letting the doors open to anybody. So we created a process which is not discriminatory, but also protects people in order to ensure that everyone who comes into the space knows that it's a safe space. Very important. That's you? Our very red elevator. Sexy time.
Yeah. What floor?
We'll go to the top floor. So, when you deal with open space, you have to address sound issues because you want to create a pleasant environment. So what we've done is we use technology to really compensate for, the fact that we don't want to create walls from floor to ceiling. So we segregate companies according to industries. We add telephone booth. We basically take furniture that absorbs sound, not reflective. Glass would be a very terrible reflective surface, so we create things that like you would use in music studios. And we basically create an environment that most of the entrepreneurs, or about 30% of the population, will be here at a given time. So it's not like Wall Street where it's like people coming in at one time and then leaving. Thank you. So a floor like this is 90% sold out. And it's really quite. Everything is lockable, everything is secure. It's like a city.
It's wonderful. The microphone.
So,
all right, man. Good.
Now I know where everybody is.
yeah, there's a lot of people here.
Wonderful.
Cool places to the right, literally. In this area, there's probably 100 people here right now, and you would never know from the sound level. So you can just look to the right.
Oh, well.
Hey, Bob. Hey. And there's a lot more on the other side as well. I think if you go that one.
I know.
I think which I'm really excited about.
Secrets.
Enough, it's the worst kept secret. What we're doing here is that I realized that what New York is missing is really a place of social networking. So if you have sunglasses, I would recommend throwing them on right now. We could go over there. This is going to be the future home of social networking.
Wow, fantastic.
And what we're going to do is we're going to build a green roof here.
Right?
We'll put day beds, projectors, music, lights, barbecue. And it's not going to be exclusive to the Sunshine community. We're going to bring small business owners, or it could be membership based, they're going to come here, and instead of hanging out in Starbucks, they can come have a barbecue and meet other entrepreneurs. do a lot of events. We're going to have planters that have wheels, really big planters, so you can actually subdivide the space in multiple ways, so you can have 4 or 5 events simultaneously happen. When you have 1,400 people, one of the major obstacles is how do you find them? How do you network with them? Because we have multiple locations. You won't physically see them walking down the hallway. So we've created microblogging within the community. So if you're interested in a group, let's say marketing or PR or legal or accounting, any group of interest, you can basically join that group and take part in conversation within the community. So you're never in a position where you're like wondering, I wonder who does marketing here. And if a group doesn't exist, you could create that group, like a meetup group, and people will join that and you take part in whatever conversations you like. Groups can be going to Vermont, happy hour, bicycle groups, because we have indoor bicycle parking here, so people can actually go on bicycle rides together in the morning and late afternoon. So these are important things so people can interact, and this is the backbone of that. So softball is starting up, and soccer is starting up. The AC is working here, so this is how it normally is. So big difference, right? I'm actually sitting here today, but I don't even have a permanent desk. I don't actually have a permanent desk, and the reason for that is if you're sitting in one place all the time, you don't know the other people who are all around you. So what I tend to do is every couple of days I jump from desk to desk, sitting around with different people and learning about their businesses. Because at the end of the day, if you could help even in a small way, they so much appreciate it that they become referrals and possibly referrals for life.
Right.
So it's all about customer, creating those very unique relationships and really hearing what they need and creating synergies where if you just sit in one desk, you may never know they exist. It's a whole different world.